G'day, Ben here, and in this video I am going to share with you 3 ways that you can get your customers back more often. You know, it's said or commonly known that it's 6 times easier and of course 6 times cheaper to get an existing customer to come back and buy from you again than it is to get a new one. Yet I see so many people focused on getting new leads and new customers in the door when they're not putting the same attention looking after the customers that they've got. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that are pretty much minimal cost, if no cost at all, that will help you keep your customers longer so you don't have to keep finding new customers all the time. And I think, like I said, it's vitally important. This is about extending the lifetime value of every single customer. So tip number 1, and it's a pretty obvious one, and that is just give great service. Now I know what you're saying. You probably say, Ben, I already give fantastic service. And most of us think that. The reality is that if you interviewed your customers, I can guarantee you that the service level they think they're getting would not be as high as the service level as you think you're giving. And that's pretty typical. It's what's called perceived indifference. And, you know, I ask this question a lot of people is to say, rate the level of service you get out there in the marketplace, and they'll give me a rating, and then I'll say, how do you rate the level you give your customers, and they'll give me another rating, and of course the rating they give themselves is always higher. So it's silly to kid ourselves. The best thing is to be honest with ourselves and say, you know what, our service is probably not as good as it could be, and start looking at ways on a monthly basis you can implement a strategy that is going to increase your customer service, and this is just about making sure that you've got to focus on it so it happens, because customer service is a great way to make sure your customers keep coming back. Idea number 2 I've got for you is start some sort of a loyalty program. Now, you know, I can guarantee you're a member of like a frequent flyer club of some sort, a coffee club. You would definitely have some sort of rewards program card in your wallet or purse. And the reason I know that is because just about every Australian does. Now, the reason it works so well is because it's a reminder to shop somewhere. It's a reminder that if I shop somewhere, I'm going to get rewarded. And it's called operant conditioning. Now, I know that's a fairly jargony sort of a word, operant conditioning, but what it is the same conditioning that they use for all mammals, like dolphins, for example. They give them a fish when they do a trick. As humans, if you get a reward when you do something, you feel good about that. It releases endorphins in your brain, and you want to go back and do it again. So if you can get some points, you can get a flight, you can get some movie tickets, or you can get something for being a loyal customer, it actually makes you feel good. Now, of course, when we feel good, we want more of it. So the tendency then is to go back to the same place and shop at the very same place. And you know, you need to come up with your own spin of a loyalty club, whether it's buy 9 and get 1 free, or if it's earn points for something else, or whatever it might be. Entirely up to you how you do it, but I highly suggest that you come up with some sort of loyalty program and you make sure that every single customer is aware of it, so they want to keep coming back and buying from you. Strategy number 3, as you call it, it's not really a trick, and that is to continually communicate with your customers, because here's something that I've learned in the years of being in business is 100% of your customers will not know 100% of everything that you offer. And I think that's a huge risk, right? And ask yourself this question, say, how many of my customers know 100% of everything that I sell or offer? I can guarantee it won't be anywhere near 100%. So by communicating regularly with your customer base, you can start to educate them as to what it is you have available. Now, you could do this through email, you could do it through videos like this, you could do it through brochures, you could do it through a phone call. It's entirely up to you how you choose to communicate with your customers on a regular basis, but you really need to let them know on a regular basis what's available. And you know yourself, you've probably seen customers buy a product or service that you sell from a competitor because they didn't realise that you also stocked it or sold it. So there's your 3 tips to make sure you get your customers coming back more often. Hopefully that's helped you out. Now, if you've enjoyed the video and you've got some other ideas that's working really well to get your customers back more often, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you, as would everybody else. We'd love to hear the strategies that are working, of course. Now, if you've also enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and share it, hit the like button, whatever you can do to let other people know about it would be muchly appreciated. My name is Ben Futrell. Once again, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Until next time, have a profitable day.